Welcome to Messy Christian Mamas. We are 3 Christian moms with a progressive mindset and loving hearts and minds. We are imperfect humans, but we're all loved in God's sight. At some point, we've all felt like the church and Christianity may not have been for us, but God isn't looking for perfection. He's just looking for you.
We're here to ask our questions to our moms and see if they can answer them, or they're gonna be completely stumped.
And we're not sure if this is gonna be a video or not.
It's not via the recording,
and we don't know if it's gonna be messy or
clean.
Normal.
Right. Knowing you for
but your names literally has messy in it.
It does, yeah. We kind of set ourselves up for that, didn't we?
Okay.
All right, Addison, you want to start introducing the introduction?
Let's go around with our names. Mine and grades and ages, and if we're homeschool or preschool.
Hopefully we're not preschool. Hopefully not. Yeah, we're not.
What mom you belong to. Oh, and definitely what mom you belong to. My name's Addison. You can call me Addie. I am 10, and I'm going to 5th grade. I am public schools. Charlotte?
And your mom? What mom?
Oh, and my mom is Miss Spots / Ashley.
That's it.
Just say Ashley Spots.
Sure, let's do that.
My name is Charlotte, and I'm going into 4th grade. I go to public school, and I belong to Kaylee.
Yes. And what's your age?
And I'm 9.
My name is Sophia, and I'm going to 2nd grade, and I belong to Ashley Spots.
And how old are you?
I am 7.
7.
My name is Olivia. I'm 10 years old. I'm going into 7th grade. I homeschool, and I belong to Kendra.
All right, good job. Okay, so you girls have some questions for us. Okay, Olivia.
Yes.
Olivia can start. You did the intro, so Olivia can start because she does have hers all nicely color coordinated and written down. So she is her mother's daughter.
Alright. When your kid or kids get bullied, what do you do? Or what is your reaction? Well, my reaction is...
Sophie.
Sophie, what do you do when your children get bullied? What's your reaction?
What happens when JJ is mistreating your dolls?
I punch him in the face.
Okay, well...
Good reaction.
Sophie, the
We
youngest one
can't do
here.
that. We'll get arrested if we do that. So we can't do that.
Okay, so the mom's reaction about bullying.
Okay, so I get a little heated when my kid gets bullied. If I'm honest with you, I probably am not my best self when that happens. But I try not to react right in that moment. Maybe take a few minutes to get to a rational state and think like a kind, nice Christian person about how I should react to it. And yeah, it depends on exactly what the bullying situation is and if it's really bullying. But usually my response is just to coach you through it.
Now I know that you've seen a lot of stuff.
And to help guide you on how best to interact with somebody who's treating you that way.
Any other responses from the other moms?
She's like a panel coordinator.
Also,
I feel like I'm doing like the presidential debate.
Also, I want to say my questions are for all the moms, not just mine.
And the
Okay, great.
response.
And you!
So I would say,
Miss Kaylee.
first off,
I'm one of the moms.
First off, I would say don't fight fire with fire. You fight fire with water. So don't give bullies anything to react to. However, you also don't want to be a doormat, so you do need to stand up for yourself. With that, and that's a little tricky. And to pray for the bully. because there's something going on with them.
Yeah.
So it's like saying that just stand up for yourself and say, please stop doing that and walk away.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because what a bully wants is a reaction. If you don't give a bully what they want, if you have no reaction, or if you say, okay, and turn around and walk away, you've taken all the flame out of their fire. Like, you've doused it. Like, you can't, they have nothing to react to. I also say, though, when you're standing up for yourself, also to stand up for others. If you see other people being bullied, that is your opportunity to show God's love for that person and for the bully by stepping up and standing up for that person in a safe place.
Yes, I would say sometimes in our dynamic that it's not always bullying that we find ourselves faced with, and we don't want to fight other people's battles, but 100% agree with you, Kaylee.
Again, as a Sunday school teacher,
You
got it.
You know where I'm going.
As my Sunday school teacher,
All right, Sophia, do you want to ask a question?
I just wanted to ask, why do bullies bully?
Why do bullies bully? I think sometimes it's coming from a place of hurt, and that's just how they're acting out. So instead of crying about it or acting it out or, exercising it out, they just choose to share their hurt with others and hurt other people so that they feel the same way as them.
But there's lots of different things that you can do so you don't hurt or maybe kill.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. What do you think you would do if you were being tempted to bully someone, to be mean to someone? What's something that you could do instead?
I do is sometimes I feel like that outside. I do 5 breaths, then I just do a little meditation, then it calms me down, and then I can keep on playing.
That's awesome.
That's so good.
That's a
Sophie.
great reaction.
So mature. Good.
I love that.
I am kind of embarrassed that 7-year-old is more mature than me.
We can all learn from each other.
I think sometimes bullies too, they do it for attention and they just feel bored, and so they do it just to have something to do. So it's really best to just leave those people alone. Just try to get away from those people.
I had a bully last year, and she would always be so mean to me. She would always bully me. And so one day I came up to her and I said, "What's going on? Why are you doing this?" And she had a bunch of family stuff going on. She just had a baby sister, and her mom had gotten in a car accident. So
Oh, wow.
Well, that's sad.
That's sad.
So you never know what's going on.
Yeah. I think a lot of times.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people, not just kids, but even people, don't know how to talk about what they're experiencing. They don't feel like they have someone to go to have that conversation with. It feels scary. It feels intimidating, and so. Yeah, like you guys said, they act out and they try to hurt other people instead of trying to get the help that they maybe need to deal with the big emotions that they're feeling.
Yeah.
And it's hard now to figure out how to express your feelings. I'm always telling my friends or my parents that right now, me and my friends, well, maybe not Sophie just yet, although from her response there, I'm really wondering, we've just figured out how to express our emotions, but next year it's all gonna come just plummeting down, and our mind is just gonna be messed up and scrambled all over the place.
Like when puberty starts.
That's puberty.
We're all gonna go watch Inside Out 2 together. We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna take meditation classes.
But the time that I entered fourth grade, my mind started to melt. I started to freak out a lot. I just wanted to run outside, went all the way back to my home, and just lay down my
But you got through it. And you did really good. You did really good.
Look how much you've grown.
You did
You're
really great.
amazing, Sophie. And don't forget that.
Just save that and play that back when we start fighting later.
Right.
Charlotte, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say the way that Addie reacted to that one, that was amazing. It was hilarious.
All right, Charlie, you want to ask your question?
Okay. What do you enjoy about having a congregation that really accepts you, that really loves you?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Oh, you want me to? You want her mom to start? Sure. I love the fact that our church is so welcoming and inviting and accepting, because it's a place where I feel like I can be myself, and that I can be loud and I can dress how I want. I can say what I'm thinking, and I can have my feelings. And I know that the people at our church are going to not only just accept that, but they're going to support me as well. And if we didn't go to our church, then we would never have met these lovely ladies. And this is our net man.
We
Yeah.
wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just telling that the church that we go to is a really nice church, because like if somebody's feeling down, usually the people there would help us feel better, help us calm down if we want to hurt somebody. Maybe do, and there's lots of activities there.
There is lots to do at our church.
absolutely.
That's exactly right.
Like, it's more than a place of worship, it's a community. Versus is just being sit down and worship, only focus on God.
Yeah, we don't go there to just listen to a sermon and then go home. Like we're very like involved,
Absolutely.
Like, it's
True.
and our church is involved in us. So
Especially all 7 of us. We're very involved.
Yeah.
we are very
Yeah,
involved.
we stay like afterward church.
We do.
We make church longer.
Very true.
Yeah, it's really
I
nice.
don't know if always the pastors want that, but like yeah,
Whether they
Very
were or not.
Well,
whether they want us there afterwards or not, we usually are. Why do you like our?
Oh wait, Sophia has something she
I'm
wanted to say.
sorry. Yes, Miss Sophie.
it's really nice to be there if you're a member to our church, because it's a really nice place, and like there's things you can do, like on different holidays there's different things to do, like Halloween, celebrate, little things.
It's Mother's Day.
Yeah,
That was fun, right?
it's it's a really really fun church. Like even some celebrations for high schools or colleges. It's a really fun church and nice. And
What's one
kind.
of your favorite things that the church does? Like, what is something that you look forward to every year?
Those things where we have like the arts and snacks one, where my mom sets up the beach one.
Oh, Vacation Bible School.
Yeah, that's coming up
And
soon.
coming up.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Miss Kaylee's got her toga all ready
Like
to go.
this-
We're ready.
Where we use sand to like color the classes.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Oh yeah.
That's my
Very
favorite
excited.
part.
Oh,
and
I wanted
can't
to also
wait
ask,
for it to come in.
There's a quick question, but what is it themed this year? I know this is.
It is sneakers into seekers. So
What?
You guys have to decorate again.
it'll make sense when we get there.
I have no idea either.
Olivia, what's something that you look forward to every year that happens at our church?
I definitely look forward to Christmas because, like, it is not always amazing, being his dad is usually up there until like midnight.
Yeah, he
Like-
puts in a lot of time.
Like,
bet.
let's play Race Santa to the house. But it's definitely good to like have people around in that time of the year, because before I came to this church, I was homeschooled, so like I didn't have people to talk to in school, so it was more of just me, my mom, and my dad. I didn't really have any friends, but then in winter time, it's all just like Christmas decorated. I can play with Addie, Charlotte, and Sophie. It's just kind of magical, sort of.
It is. I agree with you.
Christmas is a fun holiday.
It is a fun holiday. Addison, what do you look forward to at the church every
Especially
year?
when you get the presents.
I guess just going
Just
to the
going.
church, because I only get to go every other week.
Yeah.
But I like the outdoor church the most, because this spinny thing and
Outdoor church. I
Outdoor church
completely
is
forgot
fun.
outdoor church. Outdoor church.
I love
yes.
and the honeysuckles and the pretty nature that we saw on the wall path.
Yeah.
Probably nobody.
We do have that pretty property. Charlie, what do you look forward to every year?
It's a tough one.
Especially the honeysuckles.
I guess I really look forward to, kind of like Addison said, just going in general. And then I really look forward every year to doing the Mother's Day service at Palmetto Road campus. I love the Christmas, but I have to say my favorite part is Easter.
Yeah, Easter was fun.
Easter is very fun.
Okay, so to answer Charlotte's question about why do I like that our church is a welcoming church, I feel like at our church people really live like Christians. Like a lot of times people can say they're Christians or read the Bible or go to the church, but not really necessarily act like Christians. And I feel like at our church people really take that to heart, and they're very caring towards all people, which is unusual. It's nice.
Kendra?
So I think a lot of what your mom and what Miss Ashley both said, that it's nice to be able to show up. I don't know if I feel like I can show up with 100% of myself at all times, but I would say a lot more of myself than I've ever felt comfortable with showing up as in any other church environment. So I think that's pretty wonderful to be able to do that here. And to have places where we can form small groups where we get to talk about really challenging topics that might not be appropriate to have a conversation during a service about, but that we can in our small groups, and they're very accepting of that and use scripture to help back up everything that we're talking about too. So I think that that's really cool. Olivia, you look like you have something to say.
Yes. I wanted to say that I think that I really like our church because it, like I said, like I didn't have like any friends. I didn't know any other kids other than my little cousin before our church, really. But
You did it like dance. You did
and
dance
yeah,
with some friends.
but and now you have me, Addison, and Charlotte.
Do you love how you added your sister and Charlotte in there? Because I really thought she was good. And now you have me.
I thought you were the.
We have a good, there's a good group of kids y'all's age at the church right now. So it's, you guys have lots of friends.
Yeah, that's nice.
Addison, would you like to answer?
Yes. I was gonna
And
say,
if you didn't know, my name is.
I love our church because one thing, there's a lot of kids and they're really nice, and all the people there are nice, and it's big, and there's a lot of space to play afterwards.
Yes, that's your.
I feel like you guys find space no matter what. So.
Turn it into a place to play.
Yeah, we just like
Whether they play there or not, right?
we run down the hallways, find a room to play in. That's ginormous.
Yeah,
We're
we don't
gonna-
need to describe it all.
Yeah. We would rather not get phone calls after this episode.
Sophie always goes into me in her room after church or like after rehearsals for the M&M Church's musicals, the Music and the Master Church musicals. After rehearsal, she'll always push us to go into the biggest room possible.
Yeah, well, she's tiny, but she needs a lot of space.
Definitely.
Knees and elbows, I'm telling you.
This is kind of a Sophie quote. Get me some sugar and I can make sure that I can jump to the Empire State Building.
Sugar
I have some superpowers.
Addison, what's your question, baby?
Okay, my question was, why do we sacrifice God's creation? And my God made lambs and sheep and stuff, and then we just destroy it. Say, this is for you. We just destroyed His creation.
Like, why
Why do we do that?
Let Addison ask her question.
Why? I honestly have been wondering this for so long.
So, are you asking why in
Like,
the Bible they
people-
sacrifice
people little.
like
That's what
animals
she's
and
asking.
stuff, or are you talking about like how people treat the earth now?
And I sacrifice the animals.
Both.
Why they
For
sacrifice animals? and
Yeah, I
stuff?
mean, it's His creations, and then we just kind of.
Destroy it,
Yeah.
then we say, this is for you.
I think sacrifices have been along for a long, long time in lots of different religions, and it's supposed to be like a gift to God. I'm not really sure why lambs and sweet things like that. I'm not really sure why. Maybe because that was
not a gift. Destroying his gifts and saying this is a gift. We destroyed your gift.
I'm thinking maybe sacrificing a lamb might have been that a lamb was more like currency back then, and that was something that was very precious to people that they owned, and they're like, okay, I want to give God something that's really special, so I'm going to give God this lamb. I know it's strange to us now, but I think that's what they were thinking.
So they.
It's definitely not how it is.
Liv, what do you have to say to that? Go ahead.
I was thinking, like, I think maybe it was because lambs are like innocent and pure or something.
Then why are they killing it? Why are they killing something pure and innocent?
So at the time when that was a law in the Bible, when those laws were given from God to Moses to do things like that, then there were other religions or ways of behaving in their culture by people that were called pagans. And those people, one of the rituals they did was sacrificing, and I have no idea why they did it. I think it's kind of weird too, trust me. I think it's very strange. But my understanding, some reading that I've done about it, says that because that was what was widely done at the time, it was an easier way to transition people from living in that way to being God-fearing people. They weren't Christians quite yet, but to being God-fearing people was to adopt some of those same rituals into Judaism, I guess at the time is what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that was my understanding. Does that make sense?
I think we can all agree it's pretty weird nowadays.
Yeah, and thanks to Jesus dying on the cross, we don't have to do any more of those sacrifices because he was the ultimate sacrifice. So we don't have to burn lambs or any all the baby animals are safe. We're good now. So.
Good.
Yes, I see her.
It's okay, Addie. All the chickens are safe.
What about I thought are baby chickens that safe though?
I mean, not really. I like some KFC.
Oh yeah.
But we're not sacrificing the chickens
nuggets are good.
to Jesus. We're sacrificing the chicken to our digestive system.
Sacrificing the chicken for money.
barbecue.
That's very true.
Sacrificing the chickens for money.
I'm sorry, I like
Chicken
Chick-fil-A.
is
I'm not
kinda
gonna.
Yeah.
I like barbecue
Not gonna
chicken.
Come between me and my Chick-fil-A.
This is the most random question ever, but how do mother chickens feel when they have their eggs stolen?
I don't think they give it a whole lot of thought.
Yeah.
No.
I think they're like,
I mean, they're chickens.
I do know this.
You should
If
ask
it's an actual broody chicken, she will full on attack you.
Yeah.
If you even try to touch her eggs, she will attack you. But if she's broody. So actually, yes, she is angry. They are angry if you do it. So
what if you want
But not broody, they're gonna be like, I don't care.
not broody. If they're not broody, then their eggs don't even have babies in them because then they don't warm them up. So then they don't really care.
And then they don't care.
There's no use for it. There's not even a baby in it because they're not warming it up.
So it's
Ads can do a
breakfast.
whole podcast on chickens, by the way.
Yeah.
What if you walk next to their coop with some barbecue chicken nachos?
I just think that's mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
that's just not nice.
Okay, there was this man.
Oh no.
So you're getting another bag of muffins.
Second bag of muffins to the viewers out there.
There is this person who took chicken in front of a chicken, and the chicken ate the chicken.
I saw that.
That
really
is
gross.
wrong. That is
Yeah, they were
like
holding it was like
cannibalistic.
lettuce and like a piece of chicken, and I went to the chicken. Yeah, it was gross.
Dude, that's like cannibalistic
Look,
there.
as someone who can't donate
That-
blood
the
because
chicken
of
cannibal.
the chance I might have mad cow disease from living in England, that's very traumatic for me.
What is?
Nothing.
What's traumatic?
Okay, so we're gonna have the girls ask another question, or should we ask the girls a question?
I want to ask. I have one more question.
No,
that I really
we know.
Let's-
Believe me.
Let's
we
do a
know.
mom round.
Yeah,
Let's do a
we
mom
know
round.
that you guys have questions. We're your mothers.
We'll take turns.
We are very well aware of that.
Okay, so I've got a question for my girls and for the other girls too, if you want. My girl said they wanted to be rebaptized.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
If you're a kid and you ask this question, you're supposed to be like, I don't know.
No, you're supposed to answer. Okay, so I would like to hear your thoughts about why you want to be rebaptized.
I know.
That's why she asked you.
All right, go, Addison.
It's because when I was baptized, when I was teeny tiny, I forgot instantly. I want to do it at a good age where I can remember that thought and know I was baptized.
I don't think I was baptized at all.
It was like a
You
choice
were
that you made instead when you
Well,
were
I
babies.
want to be re-baptized because I do not remember at all.
Okay.
That was baptized.
Okay. Oh, well, and you guys probably don't want to be rebaptized. What are your thoughts on baptism?
The other two were very
Recently baptized, so.
Tell me your thoughts about baptism.
Well, I do like to show up to anyone I can baptism as much as I can. I do like seeing the babies getting baptized. I think the way they talk about baptism now, especially now, though, it's, how do I put this? It's a cool thing to learn about. It's really cool to learn about how people did baptism back then and how people do baptism now. Like, it's really cool. I think one of my favorite things to learn about in the Bible was John the Baptist.
Do you remember why you wanted to be baptized so badly? What was the reason that you told Pastor Miriam why you wanted to be baptized so bad?
Oh, I can't remember.
What couldn't you do until you were baptized? What were you not allowed to do until you were baptized?
Communion.
Yeah.
Communion,
Yeah. She got tired of getting the blessing at communion, so she rallied to be baptized.
We had to be baptized and then take first communion class. And then it's like,
We do-
okay,
I want
I'm ready.
communion.
I know, I signed you up for the first communion class, but then we had to miss it because everybody got sick. So,
Well, we'll do it again.
we'll try again.
Do you remember Liv?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it was kind of like cool, whatever. I don't really get what.
I got baptized when I was a baby.
Like,
so I
I don't really understand the importance of it, because it's saying that now you're baptized to be one of God's people, but we're already God's people, so it's not like you have to just jump in a river or something with a pastor saying something to
It is
say you're
confusing.
God's people.
I think baptism is a public declaration of faith. So when you, especially as you're older, you guys got to choose to be baptized. So you were choosing to publicly display your faith as a person of God. And that's what baptism is. Baptism is, cleansing your spirit and saying, okay, from this day forth, I choose to be a child of God. I choose to be a person of God. And then you have publicly announced it.
And different denominations do baptisms in different ways. Like Lutherans and Catholics usually baptize babies when they're really tiny babies. And then Baptists, it's usually they're older. Like people, older adults decide to be baptized.
Okay, I wanted to say this. For a while, or at least when I was younger, I still see it a tiny bit like that, because it is just showing your faith for God, as you guys were saying. So it's kind of like a Baptist. Get some water, throws it on your face, says some words.
And then you're baptized.
But obviously for Olivia's, like the Baptist tradition kind of makes more sense to me because baptism is forgiveness of your sins.
Well,
And we're all human, and like humans make mistakes. And so when you're an adult, you have more of an understanding of like, okay, I made these mistakes and I need to be forgiven for that.
What I really enjoy about baptism, though, one, water. And two, I really enjoy baptism because you get to see the beautiful art of people being saved by God. Of people recognizing the sacrifice that God made for us. And what I also wanted to say about baptism was, I remember when I was little, when we went to our old church, or to our old Baptist church, I watched my mom get baptized. And every day of that summer, I would always pretend to baptize myself.
Yeah. In the pool.
That's cute.
I would, and then one time when we went to the
We did
beach, I
full
got-
submersion.
Yeah,
baptism.
I asked my grandfather to baptize me in the ocean just for fun.
Like,
So I have one more thing to say about that after we restart.
like I placed one time in my closet. Like I went in my closet and I grabbed my dream catcher. I put it in the box that I would use for playing. And then I would pray to the box and said, "Dear God, please make it a good night and no nightmares tonight for all my family and all the people I love."
That's really
Sweet,
sweet,
nice
Sophie.
thing to do. Liv, in response to your question about baptism, or your statement about baptism, it does say in the Bible that yes, we are all children of God. You're right. But it also says that there's certain things that we have to do in order to be accepted into the kingdom of heaven. And just being born is not one of them. There are some things that we have to do, and one of those things Jesus says, is that we need to be baptized.
Or else we don't go to heaven.
Well, that's what the Bible says. Now, there are a lot of different denominations that choose not to believe that,
So,
that have some different
If
beliefs
you,
about it.
even if you don't do anything bad, you could still go to hell if you don't get baptized?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know all the answers. I didn't speak to Jesus directly, but that's what the Bible claims that Jesus said. How about that?
Well, the Bible kind of gives you a roadmap of how to live your life in a good way, and that's one of the things it says is to dedicate yourself to the Lord, and baptism is a way to show that.
Yes, but it doesn't. I think you're also thinking as hell as like this fiery place and everything like that. Hell is separation from God. So if you are choosing to not be baptized and choosing not to be a Christian and everything, that's your choice. Like, that's totally 100% your choice. That just means after you die, you're just separated from God. Whereas if you believe, you'll go to heaven. So, I mean, if you get out of the fiery pit thing and think as a punishment for people who didn't know any, there's people in the world who don't know anything about Christianity. So we're not saying that those people are going to go to hell because they don't know.
Wait, so I'm so confused. Is hell just like heaven, just it doesn't have God and Jesus in it and all the Christians?
I mean, it's really impossible for us to know because none of us have experienced any of those things, and the Bible paints a lot of different pictures of what that could be for us.
Or
So
heaven either. And that's what faith is. Faith is believing that things that you don't know, things you can't see.
Because right now, you guys are just making it worse. I think it's just this completely black box. Because that's even worse than a fiery pit of doom.
Oh, I said it wasn't. You're the one who inserted that in there.
It's even worse if it's a fiery pit of doom. Because they're saying, well, it's not in the fiery pit of doom, but at the same time, it's a separation from heaven and stuff. And it's not heaven, but it's not a fiery pit of doom. Then it's just a black box.
You know, this is why we have pastors. These are great questions to ask your pastors.
Yeah. I wish this was a video, by the way, because all the girls have their hands up.
Yeah. We're at school. We know all three of you want to talk. Believe us.
I guess Olivia. Go ahead, Olivia.
If hell isn't like fiery doom, and why was this song Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame made? I'm just gonna have to ask that.
her dad did a deep dive into what is referred to as the darkest song from the Disney library.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Yesterday.
don't remember that
It's
one.
about,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that movie that well.
All right, Charlotte. Go, Charlotte.
Let's be respectful of our friends, please.
The weirdest thing that I think about baptism. Man, I'm putting a lot into my own question. The weirdest thing about baptism to me is when they say in the Bible, once you get baptized, you get reborn. Is it getting reborn by God? Getting reborn by your mother?
No, you're not climbing back inside of me.
It specifically says that's not what it is.
No.
In that conversation.
Being reborn, it's just, it's your spirit being renewed, just like every day, the earth, you're reborn every day. The sun rises and, a new day starts. And so it's like a rebirth. It's just a new beginning. Which is baptism. What?
All right, Sophie, what do you have to say about baptism?
Oh, about baptism, just like being baptism, it's just a good thing to do, because what if it actually happens without getting baptized or baptism? You actually have to go to hell. But it's just a good thing to go to church, get baptism, so you're somebody of God, so you can actually be near Him, maybe even meet Him in heaven.
That's right.
And
to be near
you
Him.
can be a good person for the rest of your life in heaven, and like when you can see other things down below, you can still be a good person down there. Like being baptized is a good thing to do, to be just a nice person.
I love that, Sophie.
That is great. And if there are
I
things you can do to be
understood
nearer to
half
God, we
of
should do
that.
them, right?
That's great for me. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, do we have a couple more mom questions?
Kendra, do you have a question?
Kendra please ask hers?
Yes.
Sorry, I've really been. She said she had questions for me specifically, like for all of us, but she said for me, so I'm a bit.
So I have a question
I
for
wanna-
all of you young ladies. So when you're making friends, what are the qualities you look for in a friend? But I also want to know, what are the things that are I will absolutely not be your friend qualities if those people do them?
Well, about some things about I will absolutely not be your friend because you did that. Like some things, like because like if you made somebody pass out, you're not gonna want to be a friend with that.
No, that's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Good line to draw.
All right, we'll put your hands down. Oh my gosh. Like teaching PTSD. Lord. Sophia started, so Charlotte will go, and then Addison, and then you. We'll just go.
But
in a circle.
Sophie-
You will be done.
Sophie, what do you look for in a friend? What qualities do you want them to have to be your
Well,
friend?
with my friend Quincy, we promised that we would never tell on each other, and we would always say sorry, and we would never do it again, and we would do actions like hugs or other things to make each other feel
Just be
better.
respectful of our friends.
And
please.
like, the thing that you should think a friend should do to you and you should do to them is like, if you treat them with kindness, they should treat you with kindness.
I love
And
that.
like, they should be kind and you should be kind. And just keep on, like, if you have a smile, it'll make somebody else want to feel happy, and that will make another person feel happy, and it'll just make a chain of happiness. Not just the whole world is like that. It'll be the world everybody would want.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What do you think, Charlotte?
What are things that you look for in a friend?
What I normally look for in a friend is someone who forgives me a lot, and someone who is actually nice to me, and someone who actually understands my way of thinking. And with a lot of my friends, I do a lot of stuff that some of my friends don't get to do. So I get to cherish what they do, and they get to cherish what I do.
So what are some of your lines in the sand? Like, what are some things that people do that you wouldn't be their friend?
Basically, don't trick yourself, Sophie. Basically, what I'm stumped on that one.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
Yeah,
we'll let
come back
Addison
to
go.
me.
Are you thinking?
Addison, what do you look for in a friend?
I'm not really looking for anything in a friend. Because what I try to do is be a friend to everyone. And
Sure.
if they do have their faults, I try to help them with their faults.
But what about your friend?
And I'm trying to be friends when no one else dares to be a friend with them. That is what I try to do.
So what would be something for you to stop being someone's friend, or to maybe not necessarily be mean to them, but just not maybe go out of your way to
Hang
have
out
a
with
close have a close friendship with them.
If they murder someone.
That's probably a good
Yeah.
one.
Okay,
Good line.
but Jess, what about your friend Evelina? Doesn't she be nice to you? And you?
Yeah, she's very nice.
All right, Olivia.
Okay.
All right, Olivia. What are things that you look for in a friend?
Someone who isn't like, I'm just going to not do anything. Like, I definitely want them to be adventurous or something. Kind, obvi, understanding of humor. Thing is, it kind of just flows in my veins thanks to my dad.
We need this video.
He knows the look that I just gave her.
You don't need to explain the look that Kendra just gave her daughter. That's fine.
But then definitely like understand the way that I think, and definitely the things where I'm like, no, you are not my friend, get away from me.
So what are some of your deal breakers?
Not LGBTQIA plus supportive.
What?
LGBT.
It means people who are not accepting of people who are different, who are gay.
Oh.
But like racist, no, get away from me. And like maybe they could try to be my friend after being a bully to me or my friends, but like they would have a lot to do to build up that relationship.
They would have a lot of sorries to say to you and your friends.
Yeah, I agree. Charlie, do you think of your deal breakers?
Yes,
consisting
okay.
of sorry.
My deal breakers. If they are bullying someone else, they're talking bad about me behind my back. If they're not being supportive of someone who's being bullied. And if it's someone who does not support other people who have a different understanding of things, who, like I used to have this friend who used to be not supportive of my other friends that had a different mindset of thinking, that were different and that weren't really happy about what people had been treating them like, or what they say, or what they've been doing. I have this friend that's not a Christian, and a bunch of people judge her because of that, but that's not her fault. It's not.
Yeah.
That's just the way she was raised, so.
Yeah.
I can't blame her for being raised not Christian.
Yeah, and it's not very Christian to make fun of people or to judge people because they're a different religion, if they, are a different culture. No, I agree with you.
So whenever someone's talking bad about her, I'm like, why are you doing this? It's not her fault.
Yeah.
I
Tell them to
mean,
go read the Jesus and the Samaritan woman story.
Liv?
I was gonna say, I do have one more deal breaker. I'm sorry, Mom.
I do feel like Olivia's deal breakers probably outweigh the other one.
I think you should put
Like if they're like a bad person if they do like bad things, basically.
And not like feel bad about it later. Because you have some people, like everyone's gonna make mistakes. But as long as you're, seeking forgiveness for those mistakes and trying to change your ways, then I think you have to respect people for trying to change.
Respect people for who they are.
All right, Addie, real quick.
Okay, I was gonna say I have one more deal breaker too. So one thing very important: if they're a murderer, that's just out. No more friends with them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that makes
They
sense.
murdered somebody. There's no ain't
You
way
already
it's
said
like
that.
that.
I know, but now I have another one that I guess isn't as bad, but still, I still find it kind of important. If somebody is like doing things for almost no reason at all, and it's kind of like hurting somebody by doing it, but they're doing it like for no reason at all. If I like accidentally do something, like a complete accident, and it was very, very clear it was a complete accident, and I say sorry and everything, and then they don't forgive me for whatever reason, and they say, and I ask them, why do you not forgive me? And they say, and they don't even have a reason not to forgive me. That is it for that friendship. If they're going to refuse to forgive me for an accident, even after I said sorry and everything, for absolutely no reason at all, that is the end of that friendship.
Also, when you said all there, you have a southern in your voice there, girl.
Ow.
All right, one more really quick mom question.
Yes. Okay. So you know that all of us, all of the moms were very active at our church now doing you've got worship leaders, you've got people who are playing instruments, you got people who are leading Sunday school and VBS. And so what are some things that you look forward to doing as you get older? Maybe not just even at our church, just like what are some things that we have a bunch of charities that we work with and mission trips that we do, and what are some things that you're looking forward to and doing as you get older? Addison.
I was going to say, not having a limit for eating sugar.
I meant at the church, not in general, babe. What are some things that you're looking forward to, that we do at the church and stuff like that?
It's like
Not
you're back
having
to
anyone
At the
tell you.
church, you're not eating packets of sugar at the church, are you? Maybe. Actually, you know what? I take that back.
If
Probably.
there was sugar at the church, we would find a sugar bag, scoop it up, and not tell anybody about it.
You wouldn't have to tell us.
okay.
We would be able to hear you.
Not very Christian.
Olivia, what's something that you're looking forward to?
Definitely, I'm looking forward to, if I do end up going into youth, youth, because you get to eat a delicious meal, Chick-fil-A meal, people, and talk to your friends, versus in M&M's, it's just sit down and I'm going to make you sing the song.
But when you become an adult and you're looking for a way to give back through the church, how would you give back to others?
Oh.
What's something you're looking forward to doing there?
The true question is, why are you guys making us think about our future? I thought you guys were, just minutes ago, you guys were saying you should enjoy youth while you can and you shouldn't think about the
Who
future.
said that?
Mom did. She tells us all the time.
Ashley did.
I did not say that.
I said
I said no, you should not enjoy your life right now at all. Think about the future.
So now, and out of nowhere, now you guys are asking us, think about that future. Think about your life.
Okay, so Addison, there's nothing that you look forward to doing at the church as an adult. There's absolutely nothing. You just are going to be like, nope, I'm going to be a kid. I'm going to sit in the chair, and that's it.
I was going to say, when I'm an adult, I'm going to have no limit of where to go. Because there's no one to tell me where to go and where not to.
I love that you think that.
okay,
That's adorable.
He's that spirit.
That's so
Keep that
innocent.
I have
All of us 20 years from now, let the past be the past. Forget this.
Forget what everybody just said. I wanted to say that probably I would, because when I grow up, I've decided I'm going to be a writer / actress / teacher.
Slash a lot of.
You're gonna get a lot of money.
Indeed I am, Asin. Indeed I am.
Also, I definitely see all those things in you.
Oh, thank you.
Very much do.
Put down the fingers there, Missy.
Oh yeah, I do.
Put down the fingers, Missy.
Future celebrity.
Can I get your arm? To say what's
Inside my head.
But I would mention where I grew up and my church in that, and it may not seem as a big thing, but I'm definitely going to be a celebrity, so people will be flocking to the pews I sat on. So
You're gonna be a celebrity. You're definitely gonna be a celebrity.
I was really hoping, considering these two are in my Sunday school class currently, they'd be like, I can't wait to teach Sunday school, because our Sunday school teacher is so awesome. We just want to do that, or sing in the choir, or be a worship leader.
Well, Liv always talks about wanting to help out with the little kids and do stuff like that, or
mission
start a band that's all about inclusion.
yes,
or
I was about to say, we
do have a band.
But you're not talking about it.
Okay, say thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Messy Christian Mamas. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Until next time, embrace the mess, share the love, and shine your light bright, my friends.